Um, Alrighty, so hi guys, I'm Yasmin here with Hollywood Junket, and we have a very special guest. We have Miss Jordan Rayner from The Voice. Hi, how are you today?
It's good to be here, man. Good to see you.
Oh my gosh, your energy just kind of like radiates, like it's so positive. I love it.
Thank you.
Literally what you see on screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Aw. Well, let's start right off. At the very beginning, you sang a Reba song, which is very daring, very, very daring. So, kind of walk us through taking such a big risk, knowing that like there was a possibility that she might not turn around. What made you come to that decision?
So, picking that song, we had a list of songs that we got to choose from as we began the very beginning process of the blind auditions. And I looked through that list and I was already hoping and praying that Fancy was on that list. I was just like, oh man, please. And I found it. And so I let the producers know that that's the song I most wanted to sing at the blind auditions. And here's the kicker: I made that decision before they announced that Reba was going to be a coach.
No way.
Sure did. I had no idea that Reba was even going to be in the picture. I just wanted to sing that song because it's got such a special place in my heart, and that song really has a home in my body. And I know that I deliver it well, and I knew that that was going to be my best way to put my best foot forward in the competition. So when they announced that Reba was going to be the new coach, I was like, oh no.
Wow. Wow. So you did it unknowingly.
Yep. Yep. I had no idea that she was going to be part of the process at that time.
Did it change how, I guess, did it change anything in like your feeling right before you went on? Were you like, did it make you extra nervous? How did you kind of like, deal with that?
Somebody asked me yesterday, how scared was I to sing
Mhm.
Fancy in front of Reba? And my answer was, have you ever swam in a Shark Tank in a meat suit? That's how scared.
Not that bad. That's scary. Because she's like such the sweetest thing, but I totally get what you're saying because it's such an icon, and you want to do her justice.
You do. You want to do her justice. And, there was such a potential for rejection. And for me, it would have been at such a personal level because, of course, I'm a huge Reba fan.
Mhm.
I admire her so much. And if I had not gotten her to turn that chair, that would have been so hard to live with, that I sang her song to her and she pretty much would have said, no, thanks. Don't ever do that again. I couldn't have lived with that. So the fact that she turned her chair, as did the other three coaches, it went as
Back to
perfect as it could have gone.
literally, I don't know if there's like they time how fast people turn, but like you had one of the fastest turns, like back to back to back. How did that feel to see it like in the moment while you were performing, to see all of them turn for you?
So, it all kind of happened in slow motion. So I got through the whole first verse of the song and nobody turned their chair. And I thought, as I was going into the first chorus, I'm like, okay, they're going to turn here. I'm going to hit this first chorus. It's going to happen. I get through the whole first chorus. Nobody turns their chair. And at this point, we're halfway through the song and my heart just sinks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not going to happen. These chairs are going to turn. And I began preparing myself for heartbreak, and so even though I had
Mhm.
shades on and you couldn't see it, at the point I closed my eyes and I said, you know what, I can't watch this. So I do the song the best I can. And I start the second, my eyes are closed, and all of a sudden I hear the crowd go crazy and it startles me. And I open my eyes and Reba's looking at me. She had turned her chair and oh my God, here we go. And it shot me into performance mode. I'm like, hey, I'm in the game. I'm in, baby. Let's go. So I finished the song on a bang. And of course, the other coaches turned their chairs as well. So here we are.
That's crazy. What a story. So now that like looking back, now you had all of them turn around. Would there have been something that one of the coaches could have possibly said to sway you? Because I know you're such a big Reba fan. Would there have been like maybe one important thing that possibly could have swayed you to take you from Reba and join their team?
Well, it's funny. I walked in with the idea already in my mind that if Reba turns her chair, clearly I want to be on Reba's team for
Hmm.
multiple reasons. So whenever all of a sudden I'm faced with a four and I've got to make a decision out of all four of these coaches, I was amazed in that moment how difficult it actually was to pick a coach because the other three made phenomenal pitches. I mean, Niall really appealed and he had mentioned, I've never had a country star on my team, and I would love to have a
Mhm.
country star, and you are a country star. I mean, like that really hit me. And Gwen and John also made really personal connections with me, and they pointed out things that they saw in me as an artist that meant a lot to me. And John, I think, said the most meaningful thing. He said, I can see based on this
Mm.
performance how much work you've put in. I can tell you're ready and you've put the work in. And so it really was a conflicting decision, but ultimately I did think that Reba was the right choice.
And so far, it's worked out pretty good for you,
We're doing
pretty in your
all right.
favor.
I'm headed to the playoffs, baby.
And congrats on that. It's a huge accomplishment. And now I know you can't really give too much about the playoffs, but can you just give the fans a little bit of a little bit of a preview? Can you answer the question of, are we going to see a Jordan with glasses or with no glasses?
Oh, I'm gonna be in my glasses, honey. You ain't gonna without them again. And I'll tell you this: you've got something to look forward to in the playoffs. Handpicked the song that I'm going to be performing. I'm going to be playing an instrument you have not seen me play yet, and I'm going to be doing an arrangement of this song that you have never heard and will never hear again.
Okay, okay. No, that's more than enough of a preview. We're excited. Everybody will tune in, I'm sure. That's really cool. Now, could you, for people out there wondering that haven't had the privilege of meeting such an icon, what has been like the coolest part about having Reba as a coach and Winona Judd is a mega mentor?
Getting to know Reba has been everything you would hope it would be. If you're a Reba fan and you've ever wondered, what is she really like in person? Is she really that
Hmm.
She's
Hmm.
every bit of that and more. She is so warm, and yet she's got a grit and a presence about her. Whenever you walk in the room with Reba, you can feel Reba in the whole room. She just takes up so much space energetically, and she is so sure of herself, and she knows what she's accomplished, and she knows what she still has the potential to accomplish, and you just get that from her.
Hmm.
And Winona's the same way. She is also such a huge presence in the room, and she's just a strong woman, and she's a funny woman. She's got that dry, quick sense of humor like I've got, and I could
Hmm.
tell that if they had left me and Winona alone in the room, we probably would have turned Los Angeles upside down. We would have got so.
That'd be really cool to see you guys, like, because you guys are so similar. It'd be cool to see you guys collab in the future. Is there any, I don't know, like any potential tune that you guys could be both collab on
You
possibly in
know,
the future?
I'm hoping that's the case. I think there's a couple of songs in my back pocket that I would love the opportunity to sing with Reba and Winona. So
Hmm.
here's hoping to the future that that could be a possibility.
Yeah, I'm sure the fans would love it. Now, something that stands out, in my opinion, about you as a contestant, not only is your amazing voice, it's obviously that stands out,
Thank you.
but it's your personality. You just have kind of like what they were saying, the total package. And I was just so curious as to how could you, of all people, have an ex-husband? That doesn't make any sense. You are the coolest person. That's
Listen, I have an ex-husband because I'm a handful and I am hard to handle. I mean, I am a whole lot to deal with. And so, no secret, he was a lot to deal with too. And ultimately I decided, I think I got my chances better on the road with my weenie dog. So
oh.
wishing him all the best. And I know he probably wishes the same for me, but if it's any indicator, I'm probably on to at least 3 or 4 more divorces after this. I need the source material.
I love that. I feel like it adds character. It definitely adds to the brand. I love it. I love your attitude.
Thank you.
That's super cool. Of course. So is there like a technique that would you recommend to potential future contestants of The Voice? Maybe a technique to navigate through the rounds of each round of The Voice that you could share with many potential future The Voice contestants?
The thing that I've learned the most that has been most helpful to me in this process is to be authentic and to be yourself. And to basically, if you can, hone in on who you are and put a magnifying glass on that. Take what you are and make it 10 times bigger. That tends to be the case, so my sense of humor, I amplify that. I make it
Mhm.
bigger. And my personality, I make it bigger. I want everybody to have no doubt who Jordan Rayner is. And I think that translates in how you sing, how you interview, how you relate to the judges, and how you relate to America. So be yourself and turn it on, turn it up to 10.
I love that. Just be yourself. Very
Yeah.
simple. Love it. And now, is there anything that you would like fans or viewers to walk away knowing about you and your time specifically on The Voice? Anything that stands out? Anything that you want to be remembered by?
Mm. Yeah, I absolutely want my fans on The Voice and after The Voice to know that I, as an artist, am here to represent and to honor the legacy of country music. I know where country music came from. I know the people who built it, and I don't ever want to sidestep or to go around that or to take country away from what made it great. I'm here to be one of the people that upholds what makes country music great.
I love that. So, would there be any chance of you ever diving into another genre possibly in the future, or are you just dead set, this is your ground, your territory, this is where you're going to stay?
Well, I think it would be so fun to collaborate with other artists that come from different genres while staying true to my sound. I think there's a lot of possibilities there for some fun collaborations, but my sound is my sound, and what you get is what you get.
And it's been paying off tremendously. Fan favorite by far. But thank you so much. Is there anything else that you'd like to leave us off with? Anything that you have coming up?
I do have some amazing tour dates coming up at the
Ooh,
beginning of the new year. We're still adding to the calendar right now, but the 2024 tour dates are looking spectacular. So if you'd like to see my upcoming tour dates, if you would like to join my official fan club, please go to jordanraynerofficial.com, and the full fan experience is right there waiting on you.
love. Okay, I will definitely sign up right after this. Thank you so much, Miss Jordan. You're amazing.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for giving us
much.
a little bit of your time.
It's my pleasure, hon. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy the rest of your day and congratulations.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.